Welcome to this week's edition of the Kenyan Artist on KBC English Service. I am Joseph Obongo. This is a show that features interviews and music from both established and fresh Kenyan music talent. Coming up on the show today, we take you behind the scenes at the Pwani Night with James Gogo. Also on Kenyan Artist this week, we meet Mojo Black, a Kenyan artist living in Sweden, and later Mark Rewell is here to tell us about his new song, I'm Flexing. So much to look forward to on the Kenyan Artist today. First up, Mojo Black.
Love, one touch love, one night love, one touch love. She wanna be my girl, remember me got no time, yeah. You see me run this town, why you wanna run me? My schedule too tight, no time, I got no spot, yeah. The one touch for, wanna be a dim, heartbreakers. Close in chat and no closure. You are two friends, I'm home plenty. My helter-skelter, don't trust. Y'all I need that one thing global. Y'all I need that one thing global. That someone loyal. Sucker for love. I'm a sucker for love. Just a one night touch. Just a one night love. It's just a one night touch. Just a one night love. Don't you say no, 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 baby. Na na na, don't you say na na na. It's just the one I love. Don't you say na na na. Don't you say na 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 na. Don't you say na na na. If I give you my life, you wouldn't go far away. 'Cause I got too much. Sometimes I'm crazy, sometimes I laughing. I don't know what to do, baby, 'cause she wanna be my girl. Remember me got no time, yeah. You see me run this town, why you wanna run me? She wanna be my girl. Remember me got no time, yeah. You see me run this town.
Yeah, that song is called One Touch. It's by an artist who is Kenyan but he's based in Sweden. He's right now here. His name is Mojo Black Magic. Right. Just listen to that One Touch.
Yeah.
What type of music is this? Genre of music?
The genre of music it's actually off the map because it's something so new. It's pretty much inspired with the past Kenyan music and a mix of Caribbean, a mix of everything that's inspiring people all over the world.
When you talk about Kenyan music on One Touch, where about?
When I talk about One Touch being like an inspiration from Kenyan music, I mean like you can feel something soulful that Nameless will have done back in the days when it started. You will miss Redson's voice in the beat. You'll feel like this is a groove or a vibe that it's so Kenyan.
So you're inspired by Kenyans too,
exactly.
Although you're in Sweden.
Exactly.
You get to listen to...
I get to listen to a lot of
all
artists.
These guys, Wiley,
yes.
Jago and all.
A lot of them.
Yes, with Mojo, but the way I told you his name is Mojo Black Magic, based in Sweden, but it's a Kenyan. With him is Valerian Ivy, who's the marketing lady. How are you?
I'm great. How
did you get to meet this guy?
Mojo and I met in Sweden. I'd left the country just for a period of time to visit some family, and I was trying to figure out what to do with my artistic love and my artistic passion. So then me and him met at his studio. I'd been taken there just to get a feel of what Sweden is like. Met at his studio and I found out that he has really interesting stuff. We started listening to his work, his production. I figured there's something here that needs to be taken back home. There's something.
I like that. Okay, let's listen to the next track, which is Magnet.
Yeah.
What about Magnet?
Magnet's a pure Kenyan feel. It's a Kenyan feel where someone wakes up in the morning and says, today I'm going to make it. That's a Kenyan vibe. That's a Kenyan spirit. So you attract the vibes. You attract what you want. And that's what we learn in school in Kenya, you know, positivity. We pray before we go to classes, but that's what we did when we was young. So I felt like Magnet will make any Kenyan out there feel like I am this person. I am Mojo. I can be black magic. I got magic in me. I'm a black magician that everything I put out there inspires people. And that's what Kenyan is, you know.
And here it is, Magnet by Mojo, the Black Magic guy. Reminds me of Santana. Is it Santana, Black Magic Woman?
Mojo Black Magic. Money over everything, never too much. Jealousy na bring conflict, enlarge. Friends are fugazi, man had a bunch. If a brother ma for them crunchy na dungeon. Since then, I be on my high. I've realized all about the timing. Pretty girls I attract like a magnet. In the club I'm in your speakers like a magnet. I attract like a magnet. A magnet, a magnet. I attract like a magnet. A magnet, a magnet. I'm in your speakers like a magnet. A magnet, a magnet. I attract like a magnet. A magnet, a magnet. That's how the thing go. That's how the thing go down. That's how the thing go. That's how the thing go down. That's how the thing go. That's how the thing go down. That's how the thing go down. That's how the thing go down. Go baby, bounce and jump around. Hey, flip it around. Hey, relax and come through, make new friends. Go baby, bounce and jump around. With popping champagne every weekend. Baby, that dress looks great on you. It'll be a shame if I can date you. I got my salary to spend on you. I provide us a bed and a roof. No more blues, you go down scalable. Brampa tampi people reggaeton. No more blues, you go down scalable. Brampa tampi people reggaeton. The kind of gal I wanna play. I give mind production, sexual seduction. Yeah. I don't wanna be alone. Yeah. I don't wanna be alone. I attract like a magnet. A magnet, a magnet. I attract like a magnet. A magnet, a magnet. I'm in the speakers like a magnet. A magnet, a magnet. I attract like a magnet. A magnet, a magnet. That's how the thing go. That's how the thing go down.
You have a studio out there?
Yeah, I have a studio in Sweden.
So in other words, you record artists?
I record, I produce, and I also I mentor young artists that are going through hard times in Sweden. A lot of them are black artists, like Africans from different backgrounds. So I pretty much help them out figure out who they are through music.
Any successful on your...
Yeah, pretty much. We have one artist, is Kenyan. Supposedly by next year we should promote him back if it goes good with my music, that says,
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's this guy called Mojo Black Magic?
Mojo is everyone out there that you meet every day. That's what made me feel like the spirit that I carry inside me was inspired by me looking at stuff, being a small boy, waking up and going to school. I see a lady frying fish. I see a guy polishing shoes for me before I get to class. These are the people and their voices that inspired me. This is Mojo Black Magic.
Did it all start here? Or
it all started here.
Where
it all
about?
started here being a kid. Because the stuff I saw, it's so musical. Everywhere you go in Kenya, it's music. Everywhere. In the store, in the cars, everywhere. So you can imagine as a kid, I was collecting all this information. So pretty much Mojo Black Magic, he's any kid out there right now that's wishing and willing to be something big. And is just praying and waiting for that day. So it's just about struggle, fight, and hope.
That's Mojo,
yes.
Yeah? Ivy, you reckon that Kenyans here, mostly the DJs or the announcers, the so-called announcers, they normally concentrate on music from out there, forgetting about ours?
I do. But I've noticed this trend over here. There's more people playing Kenyan music, I've realized, but we're failing them.
What do you mean failing? Maybe they aren't doing what is good compared to what we listen to from out there.
That's the thing. There's a trend going on in the world, but we're still stuck in a 2006 kind of vibe, which is a problem here, because our music doesn't expand. For example, when you're in Sweden and you're in a club, most clubs, you'll hear Nigerian music. And if you hear...
Same here,
which
Yes.
is a problem.
Yeah, Tanzania, West Africa. Maybe there's something wrong with our music. Let's take
It's
a break,
Sky
listen
music.
to Destiny
Destiny.
by Mojo Black Magic.
Yeah.
Baby, you be my girl, my lady. Cation, you is the love. Shady no tough love. I promise give you good love, Man in a tough love. Still I give you good love, There's nothing else that I can give to you except my love. There's nothing else that I can share with you except my love. There's nothing else that I can give to you except my love. There's nothing else that I can cherish, girl, except your love. There's nothing else that I can sacrifice. Shady no tough love. I promise give you good love. Man in a tough luck. Still I give you good love. You be my destiny. You remind me of my old lady. No more come stay. Maybe we should get married. You could have been one for me. Can't do nothing without your love, girl. I swear, I swear, I swear. If I don't hurt you, my life is empty. She's the type of woman that you make you realize. You need some little time just to sympathize. Shady no tough love. I promise give you good love. Man in a tough love. Still I give you good love. You be my destiny. You remind me of my old lady. No more come stay. Maybe we should get married. Now I settle down for less, but I can be satisfied because you gave me the one-time love. I know you want to, you want to, you want to, you want to. You tell me and remind me. Blame me, now you blame me. I just wanna make sure you be mine at the end of the night. Everything look cheesy. Shady no tough love. I promise give you good love. Man in a tough luck. Still I get you good love. You be my destiny. You remind me of my old lady. No more come stay. Maybe we should get married.
Yeah, you're saying the problem is acceptance.
Acceptance. You know, when hip-hop came out, it inspired people like Bamboo. A lot of people, even Calligraph Jones. Is
I'm
inspired.
told Bamboo now is born again because
Exactly.
he couldn't make it in hip-hop.
Exactly.
Even now he's based in Uganda.
Exactly, because it's changed. You see, the times have changed. When hip-hop came out, Bamboo could come out and speak. But we wasn't ready for it, Kenya still. They fought. But people didn't accept it because it was a different thing. And it's the same thing as the way the wave has come with Nigerian music. In Europe, people don't call it Nigerian music. People changed it, flipped it around. Now it's just Swedish music when you go to Sweden, even though it's Afropop beats. So you can hear an Afropop beat, but someone is singing in Swedish. They wouldn't say this is African music. They'll say this is Swedish music.
So the Swedish have accepted Afro music.
Yeah. And that's what's working all over the world. In
Why
Europe.
can't they accept Kenyan music?
But that's the problem. I think it's like what we are projecting out there is probably not working with the trend. It's probably not working with the time. It's not working with what people have accepted all over the world.
So Ivy is saying that most of us, we are in the...
Yeah, we still want the old stuff. We don't want the new artists that are coming out with new stuff, with new ideas. And I think that's why we're lacking artists out there. Like now, if you look at London, there's a show going on, like this month and next month, and all artists from all over the Africa are going to be there, even Diamond. But I've not seen any Kenyan artists in the month.
You want to tell me the likes of, why they cannot make it there?
And I think
Not
they should be
even
there.
one.
Okay, let's listen from Ivy.
They took Awilo, a man from, the 90s.
Awilo Longoma.
Yes, they're having him perform there. But there's no single Kenyan. What does that tell you? Why couldn't they take a young Kenyan and let him perform there? They had to go to someone from the 90s. It's a worldwide thing. Then you begin asking yourself questions. Kenyans are not going with the times. Kenyans are stuck in their own little world. But that's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just we need to up our game. That's all. Just catch up.
Okay, the artist of the day is Mojo Black Magic.
Yes.
Why aren't you in that particular show? Why aren't you there?
Because I'm down here promoting my music, and most of the people in that particular show are people who have been accepted in their countries. It's not necessarily they've made it big in Europe. It's they've made it big in Tanzania, made it big in Zambia, Gambia. Where are you from? And I think that's what we need to do with our artists. Get the kind of people that we feel like out there, they'll promote us and present us well, and we market them. I don't think necessarily there, like pretty much like even here, it's really hard for just letting a new guy have a chance. And I think they need to give opportunities more. There's so much talent I meet even in the streets. So much talent. That's why I say Mojo is everybody out there doesn't have a word, doesn't have a voice to speak. And I have the chance to speak for them. And I will say, keep on dreaming, because one day, one time, the chance will come for us Kenyan artists to be heard all over the world.
Now that you're an experienced artist, you even have a studio.
Yeah.
Your expertise.
Yes.
Maybe they can share a belief from you, or what can they do for them to get your way?
It's a long process too. The best thing they can do is believing in themselves and the idea they have. You see, an artist has the idea in the mind, and most of the time is to project it exactly how you see it in your mind. So the first process is to have a producer that really understands what you want to put out there. And then the producer accepts your style and is willing to make the best out of it, even if it's not the best project that you've done, but he's willing to do the best out of his knowledge. So producers have a lot more to do for our artists in Kenya. They have to give them a direction. The sound, the vibe has to be something that works out there.
Valentine Ivy, how do you intend to market Black Magic now that you're the marketer? For guys to really know that the Kenyan is here.
The Kenyan is here. I like that. First of all, I've taken the angle of radio because I recognize that radio is the most widespread form of media. When you're somewhere in Turkana, you will listen to KBC radio. Yeah, so that's my first approach that I've taken. And I'm here talking to you about that. I've been to other places as well. We're having his music played in other stations. After that, I would like to take his audio visuals to television stations and also social media.
Is he on social media? That's what I want.
He's on Twitter.
He's on Twitter?
And Instagram.
How do you get there?
Mojo Black Magic. MOJO Black Magic. One word. Yeah.
How many songs did you say you've done so far?
Pretty much right now I have 2 albums, Afropop.
2 albums?
2 albums. We have more than 20 songs just for the albums.
Do you intend to perform while here?
I intend to perform. I intend to shoot a video here.
I think I should ask Ivy that.
We do want to shoot a video for, 2 of those songs already. That's in the works. After that, I will want him to perform. We'll have a performance scheduled in Mombasa. And we do want to be everywhere. We want people to look at Black Magic and see themselves in him. So he will be around.
I'd like to watch you, man.
Yeah.
Delilah, Samson and Delilah.
Yes.
What about this song?
Delilah is a song that I was inspired by just pretty much of a lot of young men that I meet today. My friend, myself too. It's a true story as well. Everybody meets that one woman that flips your life around, just gets you to that point.
It's always been ladies.
Yes, it's always been ladies. And I feel like Delilah is a song where if you read the Bible and you know about Samson and Delilah, yeah, you'll understand so much. And it happens. It happens to so many people today, working in offices, young men who are getting married or just engaged to a woman so quick for the interest of just being with somebody and not really understanding, how that changes you. So this song kind of teaches you, like, you should be patient with who you want to be with. And there's so much that you can experience in a relationship that could really dramatically just destroy you. So Delilah is the story of every man out there that has gone through something.
So inspires you, by the way.
I went through something really, really hard in 2015 and 16.
In Sweden?
Yeah, in Sweden. They got me to come back home and meet my parents and stay. And I was so frustrated at that time in the whole relationship process. So when I came back, my mom told me, maybe you should write something about it. And that was the first...
your mom accepts you to be an artist?
Yeah. Well, Not in the beginning, until when I was quite honest with them, and
They didn't like it before.
They didn't like it. They only wanted me to do medicine. So I was focused in Sweden to just do medicine. I was a nurse for 3 years past, just working as a nurse and studying at the same time. I want to be a surgeon. When I came back, I told them what I've gone through, and I told them I want to focus on my music. I want to tell my stories. I want to share my stories with Kenyan. And then my father and mom had to sit down and say, this is you, and I think you should do it.
Write something about this.
Yeah.
I think there's a song by Percy Sledge on the same. Take time to know her. Right?
Nice, exactly.
Okay, lastly, Ivy.
Yes.
Anything you might want to share with our listeners?
Yes, I would like to say this. Whoever you are, wherever you are, find something that you love and then give it your all. When you do that, you will have so much satisfaction in life that you will sleep better at night. Your face will look better. Find something you love and give it your all. Just listening to Black Magic, this is someone who left nursing, he left medicine to follow his passion. And those are things that you don't, your parents will tell you, no, don't do that. You're being stupid. But no, it makes you happy. At the end of the day, live a life that is extremely full.
Yeah.
It pays.
It pays.
Music pays.
It does. Really good.
Done surgery?
Well, I would say so, because you can think about one show can change your whole life in surgery. You probably will work that for 5 years to be the best surgeon. It takes time to be the best in, in everything.
Okay, Valerian Ivy,
Yes.
have you marketed anybody else apart from him, or this is the first time?
In Sweden, I was working with him at his studio before I decided, you know what?
Let's go on.
Let's go home. Let's go do something home.
So what else? Now you're going to concentrate on him alone, or you
On
can...
him alone.
You can market other people who are interested.
I would like to.
Okay,
I
what
would
are
like
your
to have
contacts, by the
talent.
way, now that you're here, both?
Yeah.
Okay, you can reach both of us through me,
Okay.
mostly, or on his Instagram or Twitter, @MojoBlackMagic, that's his. If you'd like to reach me on Instagram, @ValerianZita, ValerianZita.
You Kenyan?
I am. I'm partly Kenyan, yes, but I'm
Partly.
proud of it.
I'm proud to be Kenyan, although you're partly.
Yes, although I'm partly. If you'd like my email address, you can reach me on ValerianZita as well @gmail.com.
Thanks a million for getting the time. Mojo, last
Yes.
word?
Last word for me, just for the young artists out there, and for anyone that is dreaming, just know it's there. What you see that nobody else can see, it's God-given. That's why nobody else can see. You just have to believe, and that's why it's called faith.
Okay, thank you so much. And lastly is the song Delilah.
Nervous. Da 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 da. Losing my mind. Thought I hold the keys to your heart. Instead, I'm just a fish in a pond. Yeah.
One man can satisfy her. She need more wood for the fire to acquire everything she desires. A daddy lover. She made a fool out of me. I'm a joker. A catastrophic torture with no remote. She want to be my boss and ride me like a hose. Got my back against the wall now. It's getting hard to reach my goals. My enemies rejoicing and glad to see me broke and glad to see me through. She took off in a Rolls Royce and left me with a voicemail. How come? How long? It ain't right. Play on, just play your games. She don't understand what I'm made of. She don't really know that I'm able. She don't even care that I'm capable. Yeah, yeah.
A woman is a pure beauty. The speculation, everything done, settle on a man and done. Rebind them. Who am I? Say who am I?
The way you want it, I made it perfect. This lady's a trouble in my mind. You gotta be careful who you're meeting. You gotta be careful who you love. Girl, when you know where I be, I did this everything for you. The rumors can make you hate me. Girl, you got me by surprise. That's why I'm done, no more ride. She took my strength and she betrayed me. A rumor spreading she enslaved me. How come? How long? It ain't right. Play on, play on, play on. Let's play on games. She don't understand what I'm made of. She don't really know that I'm...
That was Delilah by Mojo Black from Sweden, who was talking to John about his musical career.